Over the last 20 to 30 years, we have seen many people call themselves leaders. From James Warren Jones, May 13, 1931 to November 18, 1978, who was an American religious cult leader who initiated and was responsible for a mass suicide and mass murder in Jonestown, Guyana. He considered Jesus Christ as being in compliance with an overarching belief in socialism as the correct social order. To David Koresh from Mount Carmel, USA, or David Icke from England, or any other person that gives themselves the title of leader, or anybody else that proclaims themselves a title as a way of controlling others, whether this be for religious reasons, militant reasons, or their local community, or just because they like the idea of starting their own war, such as militia groups. You may wonder why we are putting these together, but more and more we go to community meetings and people declare themselves as the new messiah, or community activists, or community leaders, and in reality, all they are is the person with the biggest mouth or voice. Sometimes it is not their fault, because other people within the community have chosen to give them a false platform founded on silence from other members of the group. Silence cannot be seen as agreement or acceptance. Isn't this what a number of the cult groups have done, and therefore their leaders have become messiahs because nobody said no? We accept that to some degree we are manipulated or coerced into accepting that somebody can stand in front of us and declare that white is black and black is white, as within some of the churches. Don't get me wrong. I am not against churches or organized religion, but I am against where leadership is being used to control, manipulate, or indoctrinate members. Some of the reasons for this growing role of leadership is because people's apathy facilitates the fact that they are prepared to let other people think for them. We used to say that to bring up a child was the responsibility of the village or the community. But more and more we seem to be accepting that anybody that gives a damn can do as they like, start a new religion or cult or anything in between. We understand that part of the difficulty is identifying true leaders. When Martin Luther King and Malcolm X died, people weren't sure who should be the new leaders, and therefore we are susceptible to false prophets. We need to ensure that not one person is in control of the group, regardless of whether it is a church group, a community group, or anything else. True visionaries should always be looking for a group of people to act collectively for the benefit of the group, and therefore if somebody in the group is no longer around for whatever reason, the group can still achieve its true objectives. I was reading an article the other day about leadership, and it asked 40 questions. I posed to the reader of this article if they encounter a person who is declaring themselves community leaders or community activists, then you should ask them the 40 questions below, and unless they can answer at least 20 of them yes, then you know what to do. To ensure that people are true community leaders or community activists, ask them which group they lead and how the group has developed under their leadership. Robert, Ace Metrics.